Would you like to use law of attraction mind power to manifest anything that you truly desire in your life? Well, there's one thing that you really have to consider if you want to make that happen. And if you do that, you can pretty much create whatever it is that you want to create. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and let's dive right into the video. So John Keats has a quote. He says, "Everything that is real was once imagined." Everything that is real was once imagined. Think about that. Everything in this universe, physical, was once imagined. Whether it was a technology piece such as the MacBook, the iPhone, the computer you're watching this on, the camera I'm broadcasting it from, the airplane, it was all once imagined. Now, you heard this before, and what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes. Right now, while you're listening, just hear me and close your eyes right now, and I want you to imagine what you want. Not what you don't want, not what you think is possible, not what happened last week, not what your mind is telling you, your brother, your sister, your mom, or your dad is telling you, or your lover is telling you, or your world is telling you, or your silly little ego is telling you it's possible. I want you to close your eyes and focus on what you want. Focus on the numbers that you want in your bank account, perhaps, on where you want to live, what part of the world, on your dream house, on your dream car, on your dream job, on all the orphans that you're feeding in your nonprofit that you want to start, on all the kids that you want to help. Focus on the ideal body image that you desire. What is it that you truly want? Not what does your mom want for you, not what does your dad want for you, not what does your brother, your sister, your friend, your aunt, your niece, your uncle, not what do they want for you. What do you want for you? You see, we spend our whole lives trying to please every single person except for ourselves. And we forget something really important. Our entire life is a product of our imagination. Your bank account is a product of what you imagined is possible financially. Saying, well, you know, I didn't go to a good school, I didn't even go to college, well, I'm born in this country, well, I don't have these resources, well, I'm too old, I'm too young, I don't have quite the, I don't have quite the genius mind, I don't have quite the charisma, I don't have quite the this. Any reason you do not have what you want is your imagination. Everything that is real was once imagined. You say, no, it's not my imagination, it's real. Yeah, but what is real in your life right now was once imagined. You see, everyone is always using their imagination. It's just that most people are using their imagination to block what they want from coming into their life. Think about it. Think about how many people use their imagination to block what they want from coming into their life. I remember when my life partner Ashley wanted to start her art business. And she was so afraid she was gonna fail with it. She was sitting on the couch crying, and she wasn't sure whether she wanted to do it. And she was like, well, what if this doesn't work? What if this, what if that? And her mind was focused on imagining the possible worst case scenario. And my invitation to you, if you can relate to that, is to ask yourself this question. What is the best that can happen? Just think about it. What is the best that can happen? You see, every time you have a thought, you cause a chemical reaction in your brain that sends an electrical impulse through your nervous system, otherwise known as an emotion, an emotion that controls how you feel. One thought that you imagine that freaks you the hell out about what bad thing that could happen if you ask that person out, if you ask for a raise, if you share that idea, if you start your own business, if you travel around the world, if you go back to school, if you break up with somebody because you know it's not the true relationship, if this, if that. One bad negative thought like that can send an electrical impulse through your nervous system that can put you in such a fear state that it stops you from taking action. Here was Ashley sitting on the couch psyching herself out of starting her art business, and I said, look, you can be a baby and you can go back and you can go back to your job and you can go back. She was folding clothes at a clothing store. I said, you know, you can go back and you can fold clothes for the rest of your life if you want that. If that's what you want, I support you. If you want to start an art business, stop thinking like that. I can't say it more kindly. And she got upset at first because I was very blunt, but she realized it was true. Is that you're either imagining something you do want or don't want. Either way, it's going to become a reality for you. I remember when I was struggling to do what I'm doing right now. And I was always imagining very incremental progress, if any at all. Oftentimes I was imagining what it's gonna be like if something doesn't change and in 6 more months I'm just like where I was before. Ashley was about $3,000 in debt paying for our everyday stuff like groceries and things like that because I couldn't help out financially at all with anything. And we were stuck. We were living where we didn't want to live. We were not in a good place. And it was stressful. And I spent all my time imagining what it would be like if this kept happening more, if my book failed, if my YouTube channel failed, if I didn't do this, if this didn't work out. I was always imagining the worst case scenario unconsciously, but consciously. I'd work on my goals, I'd say my affirmations, say I'm gonna do it, but unconsciously, remember, we have 65,000 thoughts in a day, 95% of them are unconscious. 95% of the time, we have a pattern plan going on that we're not even aware of. And what I'm inviting you to do in this moment is to take control of your consciousness, take control of your imagination, close your eyes, open your eyes, whatever you gotta do, and focus on what you want. Wallace Wattles says to think what you want to think is to think truth regardless of appearance. To think what you want to think. What do you want? What do you want? To think of that and the reality of that already realized. That's truth. Even if the appearance of things, the situation, the physical world tells you it's not possible, it's not a reality, thinking what you want to think is your truth. And when you hold that image in your mind, it will become real. Everything that is real was once imagined. As this video ends, close your eyes and think of only what you want. You will think of only what you want. Every time you catch yourself drifting up, you kindly, lovingly bring yourself back to what it is that you want. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, inviting you to use your imagination constructively to create what you want, because everything that is real was once imagined. Download my free success hypnosis, jakeshypnosis.com down below. Before you go off and imagine, use that, jakeshypnosis.com, to train your subconscious mind to think of success, to think of abundance, to think of prosperity. I told you about when Ashley was in debt and da 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 da. The thing that changed my life is this exact hypnosis, I recorded it for myself and I listened to it every morning, every night. Ashley and I would listen to it when we'd fall asleep, and it changed our lives because it started to get us in the habit of imagining what we want. jakeshypnosis.com down below. Press the subscribe button and hit the bell notification. Please make sure that you hit the bell notification. That's what actually notifies you of my videos. Otherwise, you're not gonna get notified. You're not gonna see them. That's actually what notifies you. Hit the bell notification. Even if you already subscribed, make sure you hit it. Comment where in the world you're coming from, and if this speaks to you, let me know your dream, what you're imagining, and what you are creating in your life. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Peace.